Hi guys, my name is Ruth and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I just decided to show you my trip last spring that my sister and I took. That was basically a cruise, so this is my cruise vlog. On the first day, my sister and I both flew into Miami, and we decided to stay in the Wynwood neighborhood, so that was the Arlo Wynwood Hotel. Then we decided to go to the taco stand to get some lunch. It was very good, would definitely recommend. And afterwards we just walked back to our hotel, explored the neighborhood a little bit. And then we just watched a little bit of TV. I think this is Naked and Afraid. And then once the sun went down, we decided to go get ice cream and just walk around a little bit again. So on day 2, that's the day that we were going to board the cruise. But first we decided to go get breakfast. So we walked there, and then we ended up getting breakfast at Bistro Cafe, which if you look on their Instagram, they're like really known for having like really pretty food. So then we went back to the hotel, we ended up checking out, and then it was time for us to board the cruise. So we stayed on the MSC Magnifica, and this is just a little tour of the room. So on board the boat, there was this little board that would show you like all the activities for the day. Also had like the map of where you are and everything. So we would always every day just look at those activities to see what we were gonna do. And then we decided to explore the boat a little bit, and then we went to the dining hall and got some lunch. Both my sister and I are vegetarian, but there's so many options, even if you are vegetarian, so I was very happily surprised with that. So after we explored the boat a little, we just went back to our room and we were waiting patiently for the boat to leave. And it finally did. I believe there's like parties going on upstairs, but and then as we approached Miami Beach, everybody on the beach was just waving to us as we went by. So we explored a little bit more. We got pizza because they serve pizza almost 24 hours on the boat. And then we decided to check out one of the performances they had going on. Then we got dinner. And we went to some more performances that were going on and just looked around at all the events. 3 was an at-sea day. We got breakfast, we got lunch, we got ice cream, we just basically chilled. We tanned on the deck area where the pool is for a little bit. There wasn't that much to do because it was just an at-sea day. We ended up getting dinner, which you can technically get dinner at like the fancier restaurants, but since my sister and I are vegetarian, the options just weren't worth it for us to like sit down and wait for the food and everything. So every day we just decided to get food at the buffet, but it was still good. This is our dessert. They had so many options. So since we were just stuck on the boat for this day, we did go to quite a few events. So this one here, it was like a dance with the officers, and then we went to another one of the shows that they have, which they're really well produced shows. You can tell, like, they're really well produced. And then this day we actually decided to go to the club, and it was nice. We had fun. Then on day 4, we docked in Freeport. This is our breakfast. We got off the ship, and we just explored a little bit in the harbor area. We actually did have tickets to like a day pass at a resort, so we bought a little ticket on this taxi van. It was not expensive at all. And it took us to the resort area. The resort we went to is the Grand Lacayan. It's very beautiful. The day passes there aren't even that expensive either. We were really tired from the day before, so we kind of just like napped on the beach. I know my sister napped like the whole time. I read a little bit. Then when it was almost time to head back, we just stopped in this little restaurant that's on the resort, and we got lunch. And then after lunch, we just walked to where the taxi would pick us up, and they took us back to the port area. After shopping a little bit in the port, we went back on the boat. We got pizza as a snack. And then this night was the white party, so everybody was all dressed in white. They had dancing. And then when the club opened, we went back to the club this night. The club is really where we met like the most of our friends. Like, the club was always lit every single night that we went. And then as I woke up on day 5, this was my view. The ship was about to dock in Nassau. And this is my outfit of the day. My sister was still sleeping because she was tired from the night before, so I think I just got breakfast on my own and brought some back to her. And then when we were ready, we got off the ship and explored around Nassau. So first we went to the Queen's Staircase, which is a big landmark in Nassau. And then after that, we went to Fort Finn Castle, which is very close to the Queen's Staircase. And we paid for tickets and went in. Our way to the Pirates of Nassau Museum, which if you're a Pirates of the Caribbean fan, like, I think you'll enjoy this museum. It's actually low-key pretty scary because they have like wax figures that are like life-size, but it was interesting.
Looking after themselves and you either treated them with healthy respect.
Then we got lunch at Smuggler's Restaurant, which is right by the museum, and we headed back to the ship. This was our dinner. Back to the club for one last night. We were partying with all of our friends that we had made over the time there. And then once the club closed, we actually decided to still keep hanging out for the rest of the night until basically we had to leave the ship. So first we played ping pong, we played cards, we just explored, we explored the theater. And after we disembarked from the ship, my sister and I headed over to our hotel. We were gonna stay at the Crest Hotel Suites. This one was in Miami Beach. We basically didn't do anything this day because we were so tired from pulling the all-nighter the night before. But I did end up going out to a club in Miami with one of my friends from the cruise. My sister didn't end up going because she had her flight basically at the time that we were at the club. And then he also had his flight like right after the club. So the next day it was just me. I went to this cafe on Ocean 7 Cafe. And then I was really just killing time exploring Miami until I had my flight. I walked by the Versace mansion, which if you've watched American Crime Story, you know why I would find it interesting. I did want to go there because I know that they do have a restaurant now, but I just didn't have time for it this day. And then I explored Lincoln Road Mall a little bit, and that was really it. That was my whole trip. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want some photo inspiration for pictures that you should take on your trip, you can follow me on Instagram.